We got to talk about coronavirus numbers. It is August 1st, 2020. We got to look at these numbers worldwide and how America is really setting the new standard for how bad you can screw this up. Worldwide, there have been almost 18 million verified coronavirus cases. 385,937 deaths as of this minute. That is worldwide. Okay? Now, if you're talking about 687,000, what's our rate here in America? In the United States, 4,700,000 cases, verified cases. That was new cases. Let's do this yesterday. Sorry. Whenever you're looking at this, the sourcing on this is worldometers, whatever you want to call it. 4.7 million cases of those 17, almost 18 million cases worldwide. Yesterday, 70,904 new cases verified. So that's based on testing. You test, you get a case. Agreed. But come on. Total deaths. 156,747 as of yesterday. There were 1,462 deaths yesterday. So just put that in perspective. That is starting to rival. That is well over U.S. soldier fatalities in the Civil War. Just the American, just patriots who are fighting against the Confederates. More than that in the Civil War. So we're on pace to blow through Civil War numbers probably. There's a lot of pressure now to open schools. They gave here in Connecticut. Connecticut has been doing okay. We are not a hot spot anymore. At the beginning, we were third place in numbers of deaths per capita. Certainly very high, but actually, literally, we were pegging in the top 12 for months. And now that all this stuff has happened with the premature reopening in these many places, we're a lot better off. So here in Connecticut, yesterday's numbers were 140 new cases. So we're just under 50,000 cases, 49,000. This is worth just looking through. No, one new death yesterday. In total, Connecticut has had 4,432 cases. Now, we're a national page, obviously. We're talking about everywhere. California has now surpassed New York for the largest number of cases. Over 500,000 confirmed cases in California. Confirmed cases means someone got sick, they went to the doctor said, yeah, I guess you could get tested, and then you get tested. I've been asymptomatically tested because I work in healthcare, so I went and found that I did not have it at that time, was asymptomatic anyway. I don't have it. Now we know that one of the senators, Senator Coburn, I believe, had it, asymptomatic, takes his staff into a staff room, says, I just want to tell you all that I have the coronavirus. I might have got it from wearing a mask. Ridiculous! You cannot get it from wearing a mask. You can't get it and then bring a bunch of people close. Huddle up. Let me tell you, I got this deadly disease. Let's get real about this. This is serious. Come on. Just take a moment. And of course, if you're here, you're one of the serious ones. You're ticked off like I am. How do we share this with people? The numbers, the failures. So we've got California, over 500,000 cases, 501. This is yesterday, 501,909. Florida, more than New York, Total tested, 470,000. New York, 443,000. But yesterday, new cases in New York, 745. Still not ideal. But yesterday in Florida, 9,007. Number of total deaths in New York, obviously they went through that massive peak. People were trying to figure out what was going on. A lot of mistakes early on. But the mistakes early on were shared with everyone, right? So you could blame them for not knowing. Seriously, when schools closed here, I was kind of like, oh, wow, this is more serious than I think. We'd already been doing, standard precautions and making sure, but I don't even think we were wearing, I'm not sure when they started implementing masks all the time even, but right away, early on, actually probably in healthcare, we were probably wearing them very much earlier because that was the story, right? Healthcare workers should be wearing them. Other people don't wear them because they didn't want them to get all bought off the shelf. By the way, they were bought up off the shelf anyway. What do you think? People are stupid? You tell people, oh, don't worry about that. Don't look behind the curtain. So that's the big mistake they keep on giving to Fauci. But somebody told him, hey, there's a run on N95 masks, likely. Don't encourage people to go out and buy up all the supply. We're going to be in a shortage right away. We need to get those into hospitals. So the stories of back in New York when people were wearing garbage bags on their arms. They're wearing reusing an N95 for as long as it will last, right? Rewashing things, reprocessing masks. And of course that's what we're going to have to do, right? So all these other states are now overwhelming themselves. Texas is now fourth place at 443,000 confirmed cases as of yesterday. Another 295 deaths on Friday yesterday. That was the highest of those big three that are happening now. California, 191 new deaths yesterday. 256 new deaths in Florida. Again, New Jersey was one of the hot spots early on. Now 559. So we'll check out Worldometers. That's just a very simple way to get these numbers. Get stoked up about it. What do you think is happening? If there was testing and contact tracing, if people were wearing masks consistently, those two things would do a lot of helping us get along the way to doing this. Opening schools without a plan, without a solid plan, seems irresponsible to me. I am going to go out on a limb and say that's irresponsible. If you don't have a plan to test, see what they're doing in South Korea. There's a process to just get in the school. They're doing testing. They're testing everybody's temperature. Some asymptomatic kid can get in there, but they're so serious, they're all going to wear masks, right? They're just going to wear them. People, I'll have dents in my face after wearing my mask. I wear my mask 10 hours a day. I have a privilege that at lunchtime I go out to my car and take it off for a few minutes and just rest it a little bit. It's not that bad to breathe in. It's not that bad to do. So you can definitely do it. Right now we've got these things happening, big hot spots, California, Florida, and Texas, but also coming up right behind Georgia, 4,000 new cases. Arizona, 3,212 new cases. North Carolina, 2,000 new cases. Louisiana, 1,799 new cases. Tennessee, 3,088. So these places Nevada, 1,264. Missouri, 1,547 new cases. So yesterday, all the new cases added up to 70,904. New cases, just tested, in a time where the president's trying to slow down testing, in a time where there's still a lot of confusion. So when you look at the death chart, it went coming from Coming from April, it went up, 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 maximized, peaked, started coming down. Then it was coming down and staying down, and then everybody opened up, and it's gone up. In the last 2 weeks, we've seen that the peaks rising. 7-day moving average is what you're going to be looking for when you're looking at these charts. The chart is on the same thing here. The daily deaths. You're not going to be able to see this, but you can just see what happened early on, and then how it moves up. And now we're in this full peak. It's not quite going up at the same peak that it did from March until April 7th or wherever that was. And then when it peaked actually on April 20th. Is it April 20th? So when it peaked there, very serious. Looks like that could have been April 21st. Yep, April 21st. The deaths peaked. The first peak of this is still the first wave, right? Of the first wave, 2,749 deaths on April 21st, 2020. Tragic. And the other day, 1,465. Okay? So, if you're looking for what this is all about, check out Worldometers, worldometers.com, and then check the coronavirus updates. Really interesting stuff on Worldometers. Check it out. I'm not affiliated with them or anything like that, but I do think it's great that we have all this data at our hands. Just look at it on the big picture. Now, if you get confused by the complexity of all this, remember, it's spaghetti being thrown up on the wall. The GDP is dropping. Scandals with whatever crimes that are being committed. Apparently, some sexual assaults by these federal officers, unmarked federal officers, pushing someone up against the wall, and according to the one account that I heard, not raped, but come on, we need to get this in hand. The spaghetti on the wall is just a mess. It makes you confused, and you go, okay, well, this is this how it always was? I remember Obama, he wore that tan suit, right? So if you have this massive amount of confusion, you just have to hold on to one thing. Whether it's the GDP dropping 32.9% in the second quarter after a 5% drop in the first quarter, if you just want to hold on to the economy and go, okay, I understand, he's a total failure, that's fine. If you want to just hold on to the deaths, 156,000 deaths, sorry. 156,747 as of yesterday. Going to be over 160,000 deaths within the week. Within a few days, actually. We're going up by 1,462 per day. Okay? So, it's serious. Take it seriously. Take care. Take care of each other. All the scandals. Don't worry about all of that stuff. Any one of those scandals is worse than a tan suit. So take the spaghetti strand, the single one that disgusts you about this, and let's get this guy out of here. We got to dump Trump. Hashtag dump Trump. This is going to be a tough election. People are starting to do victory laps already. Please, just get serious. Don't get complacent. This has to happen. Got a different opinion about this? This is a conversation in progress. This is me just ranting a little bit here. It's okay. You need to hear a rant every once in a while. If you're angry too, put it down in the comments. If you think I'm overblowing it, if you think that, having about a quarter of the deaths and a quarter of the cases in a country that has less than 5% of the population, if you think that's no big deal, if you think it's cool that we're not allowed to travel to Europe, Canada, or Mexico, we just have a different opinion, okay? It seems like on every measure this person's been a failure in office, and the people that have supported him, stopped him from being impeached, they didn't do us any favors. I don't know how we're going to get out of this. And hopefully Joe Biden will win. But then he's going to have to fill up a terrible hole that Trump has left. Is this how it's always going to be? Clinton left a surplus. Bush tanked it. Destroyed it, right? Obama comes back in, gets decrease the deficit significantly. Trump gets in there, gives a big tax cut to a bunch of people. Again, one strand, right? One strand. Take the thing and use that to power your vote against Trump in November. There are some really good things about Biden, but there's some questionable things about Biden. So what? Don't let that make you stay home. Whatever questionable thing, Trump's done it 40 times as much. It's truly an interesting time to be alive. Good luck, everyone. These COVID numbers all on Worldometers. Keep watching it because it's very interesting to see what's happening. All right? Good luck, everyone. Stay safe out there. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. And let's hope that things can turn around. All right. Good luck.